can I say, this government has delivered some of the most draconian cuts that we have seen in a generation in this district. Both Iftikhar Ahmed and David Ward represent that same government here. David Ward can walk away from that government as much as he wants. He was there, he put his hand up, and he has to stand by that record. Electing me, electing the Labour Party, is about sorting out those things. It's easy for Iftikhar to say, you've been deputy leader, what about education? Iftikhar, when your government has made £215 million in cuts, and they're giving us less money, when they're giving us, let me finish, when they're stopping, let me finish.
Iftikhar, if you could let Imran Hussain finish.
Iftikhar, I thought you were maturer than that. I didn't speak when you spoke, but, you know, it shows again what ilk of politics you come from. But let me say this, I'm going to have 10 seconds extra for that interruption. This government is scared of their record, and every time you talk of their record, they don't like it one little bit. And the only way to put pride back into this great district, to sort out education once and for all, no excuse politics, is to bring a Bradford challenge here, like the one we saw in London, to make sure we bring EMA back, to make sure that we provide the best possible university education for our young people without putting onerous pressure on them, to make sure we have quality apprenticeships recognised first class across, and to make sure that working families that work hard get paid enough. That is the only way we will defeat this vicious cycle of deprivation, and electing me as your MP, I promise you, that is what I will be doing in London. Zero-hour contracts are exploitative. There's just no two ways about it. People have no rights whatsoever with zero-hour contracts. This is another legacy of this government. You know, they might try to tell you, this is a way they fudge their employment figures. So what they'll tell you is, employment's gone up. What they're really talking about is people are on zero-hour contracts. People are actually on part-time and low-pay work. What they're really talking about is everybody who gets sanctioned for turning up, let's say, for 10 minutes late, gets sanctioned for their benefits, is all of a sudden off that. That's what they're on about. And the zero-hour contracts are shambolic, and I make a pledge here to abolish them and support abolishing them. And that's why I'm being as open as I can be. I can stand here and say, no, my view is they should go down from 9,000 to 6,000. But I'm bold enough and I'm brave enough, if I disagree on certain issues within my own party, then I will say that. And that's the kind of politician I am, because I'm a grassroots politician. But it doesn't mean to say that I disagree with everything else in the party. There are times when I will, and I will say openly. And this is one of those issues where I do think the party needs to take seriously abolishing. Now, what the Labour Party has said is that they will look into this, but the Labour Party is costing everything at the moment, and they're not making blind promises like the Tories and Liberal Democrats that are promising everything without any costing plans for it. That's why, and I'm proud to say actually, I've pioneered in this district the first of its kind, a centre of excellence for young people across the district, and that allows us to work with some of those young people that are on the cliff edge of falling into a life of criminality, and giving them that support that perhaps they don't have at home, giving them that aspiration, giving them that ambition, telling them that they can do what they want to do and they can dream big. They don't have to listen to those people that will always tell them that they can't dream big. And I'm coming on to that. I'll tell you why they lack the aspiration and ambition I'm talking about. They don't lack that aspiration and ambition. It's the obstacles that they face. Like somebody telling me at the age of 14, I was full of aspiration, I was full of ambition, but somebody telling me that it's too aspirational for somebody from my background to qualify as a lawyer, I think was wrong then and wrong now. And we need to encourage our young people, because all our young people, regardless of their background, regardless of their financial status, regardless of anything else, can achieve whatever they want. And I know there's young people out there that want to do that, which is why one of the pledges we're making is every young person needs one-to-one career advice that is positive and that pushes them in the right direction. And we need to continue to do that, because generation after generation is being caught in this vicious cycle that I'm talking about, where young people want to go ahead and they're not being given those opportunities. I make a commitment that I believe in our young people, and I believe that all young people in this district can achieve more than their potential. They need that support. You're absolutely right. That Bradford is great today because of the different communities that come all across the different sections of the world to strengthen the culture and the communities here. In terms of...
I mean, what Iftikhar's not telling you is they've just spent $3 billion on a top-down reorganisation that hasn't made any difference to anybody's life. And in fact, that $3 billion has come out of frontline services. What he's not telling you is that GP waiting queues are at the highest. What he's not telling you in accident and emergency at the highest. And Iftikhar, for your information, the Governor of the Bank of England has said the national banking crisis wasn't the previous government's fault. Get your facts right. Of course, young people are feeling we're not connecting, because more and more the people that are ending up in the Westminster bubble are people that have no experiences of real life on the streets or real jobs. I started sweeping, floors in Morrison's at the age of 15. I'm very proud of that fact. As it happens, I was, promoted to the head of the toiletries aisle by the age I was 17. But, those are the real jobs. More and more we're finding plastic politicians that do a degree, that get an internship, get some kind of an apprenticeship within Parliament and work their way through and then end up through the party structures becoming MPs. I'm against that. I think we need more people that understand the communities they represent. This is why I only stand in Bradford. And yes, young people, if you went out there in this district, those young people in the boxing clubs of this district, in the youth centres in this district know who Imran Hussain is, because I talk to him regularly.